Hi guys, today is my father-in-law's birthday. It is currently 1:18-ish. I'm planning to cook spaghetti, seafood soup. LECHON has to be there because it's his birthday, and I want to make some ribs and possibly chop suey to make it more evenly balanced with vegetables. We need to get this ready for dinner. So I'll show you my ingredients. These are all the vegetables that I think I may need, more or less. These are the meats. We're gonna have so much variety here. We'll have some pork, some beef, ground beef, king crab, quail eggs, some chicken. We have some shrimp and a lot of mussels. I'm going to also try and make spaghetti. These are the sauces that we might need, most likely. I may miss a few things here and there with ingredients I'm going to use, but I will definitely show them in the video. And I've added some dessert ingredients because I'm planning to also make a cake, a rushed cake for my father-in-law's birthday. So let's get started. Okay, so now I've changed it to something much more comfortable because we are going to work out. This is my workout, cooking. I'm going to set my oven to preheat. Start chopping up my vegetables. My lemongrass. I just need a few, depending on how big your pork belly is, but I think these 3 might be enough. So what I do is I cut off the hardest part of that lemongrass stem, which is this, probably a little lower because I can't cut it. Okay, so this hard part, I just use it for steaming, and then the rest of the softer areas I crush. That was my oven that just dinged. It says it was ready. And let's grab our pork belly. Alright, so this is my pork belly. I have actually let it soak for about 30 minutes on some soy sauce or whatever kind of ingredient you think would be nice to marinate it in for 30 minutes. And so now I'm going to grab the ingredients that we just chopped up and put it nicely on this, because we are going to roll this up. I think I've already made another video of me making lechon and showing you the struggle of me trying to roll it up. So I'm just going to skip this part for you guys right now. Alright, now I've rolled it up as best as I could. Off the excess there. Now you're going to want to grab something like this to set your pork belly on, like so. Remember those large lemongrass? Well, I put that underneath, and that way it's going to really give a really good smell. And then just the remaining lemongrass that you had, you can also add that to the bottom. Maybe a few more onions at the bottom too. And then I'd like to add just a little bit of water. About like that much. And now I'm going to grab our pork belly and put it at the middle rack of your oven. There you go. So just make sure that it's right at the middle of your oven. Voila. And you're going to time that for an hour. Like so. And then you're going to increase that by 10 degrees every hour for a maximum of 4 hours. So I'll show you when I do that. Okay, great. Now lechon is done. To be honest, that was the most stressful part, especially thinking about it, because I really had to time it. You want to time your lechon. It's going to be out of the oven like 30 minutes before you want to serve it. I tend to let it sit for about like 20 minutes, let it cool down, and then I chop it up. I just find like it gets crunchier that way and therefore easier and better to chop. And then I guess better overall when we eat it. Let's see how it goes today as well. My husband is gonna be home from work at around 5:30. I usually want him to do the chopping up. It's too stressful for me to chop up a cooked lechon belly, but like I said, that was the most stressful part because it was very time sensitive. Now I can really just enjoy the process. Not that I didn't enjoy making the lechon, but I just really had to rush, you know. Take a deep breath, enjoy the process. Well, usually when I cook ribs, I like to do them in the oven as well. I have a whole other technique or style of cooking for when the ribs is the main dish or like the star of the show. But for now, the lechon was the star of the show. Therefore, it gets dibs on the oven today. So I'm gonna make my ribs using a slow cooker. You're gonna wanna grab your slow cooker ribs. You're gonna open it, cleanse it. You wanna pat it dry. Then you're gonna grab your spices. I'll have salt and pepper. Do it on both sides of the ribs. A little bit of oregano. I have different ingredients when I'm baking it. I'll probably do another video on that then. Take my chili powder, paprika. Just going to massage those dry spices onto this backside. And I do it again. Try to get the sides as much as you can too, so that it fits over each other. And then you want to take 2 cups of barbecue sauce. 2 cups is 16 ounces and this is 445 mils. So yeah, about 2 cups. This is a nice mixing bowl, but yeah, this should be about 2 cups. Or is it? Ooh, something doesn't add up. See? 2 cups is 16 ounces. And yet this one was 455 and it doesn't quite fit there. It's alright. And then you want to put 4 tablespoons of vinegar. But I'm gonna put it in here so that I can get the last bits of it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to put in here 4 tablespoons of sugar. Brown sugar would be ideal, but I don't have brown sugar, so I'm going to use this one. 3, 4. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Put 1 tablespoon of that. And you're gonna mix it. Put my ribs, or one of it, into my slow cooker like this. Put some sauce on top, like this. Take the last part of my ribs, put it like this. Put the sauce on top of it, like this. This is it. You can always flip them over later if you'd like. I don't, because I don't see a point. It's gonna be cooked either way, you know. And then you're gonna cover that up, plug it in. I'm gonna put it on high, which is my number 2. Let that run for 4 hours. That was fun, wasn't it? I'm bending down because my tripod is so small. Now that I think of it, the ribs is also time sensitive because it's on a slow cooker, but it's a good thing we did it right away because it will then be finished at 6:15, about the same time when the lechon would be done resting. So when husband is busy chopping up the lechon, I can then prepare the ribs, take it out from the slow cooker, and prepare it on the table. So we did it at the right time. That's good. Now I'm going to show you my way to do a rushed cake. Now because our oven is busy attending to our lechon, I'm going to attempt to make a cake using a rice cooker. And this is how to do it. All right, so you're going to grab, again, the measuring cup. I just cleaned it, in your mixing bowl. I'm going to put 125 mils of oil. And here, like a cup and a quarter of milk. 3 eggs. So I've moved closer to an outlet. It's nice and snug. So when you're done mixing it a bit, you're gonna take your, let me grab it, cake mix. And it doesn't matter what brand really. This one is the Betty Crocker one, but really any cake mix will work out just fine. Yum! So then now, you're gonna grab your rice cooker. Let me grab like a spray so it doesn't stick too much. Hold on. Cooking spray. Spray the sides with this, just so it's easy to take the cake out when it's done. See? Then you're gonna take your mixture. Never go over the line that the rice cooker recommends. I forget, does the cake expand to twice its liquid size? We'll see. Plug it in. Cook. So that was fun, huh? That's why I called it my rushed cake. Not that I know how to make better cakes, but at least it was fast and it was a cake just to show appreciation for my husband's dad. And no doubt it's still gonna taste delicious because it was pre-mixed. Next, I'm probably going to marinate this so the flavors have more time to soak into it, and maybe that would make my seafood pot taste much better. And then I'll probably start on the spaghetti sauce. All right, my first hour for the lechon is done. I'm just gonna restart it, but this time I'm gonna put it to 360. And again, time that for another hour. And wait. Okay, so for my shrimp marinade, I'm gonna grab my blender, like a ½ teaspoon of turmeric, ginger as well, a teaspoon, garlic. Now, if you don't know yet, I always mention my husband loves garlic. Loves, loves, loves. So I tend to really go to town with the garlic. I have lemon juice. I also have fresh lemon, but I think I'm gonna use the lemon juice because I just have a little bit left. I don't want to let it go to waste, so about 2 lemons worth. I don't think natural lemon gives out too much juice. 1 tablespoon of sugar, about 1 tablespoon of lemongrass, and then onions, just as much as you like. I already have chopped onions here from before, so putting that in. Some fresh parsley. Tuck it in there. When you're done with that, you're going to grab another chopping board or whatever you need to devein these shrimp. Alright guys, so it looks like the deveining process is taking longer than I thought, so I think it would just be the smartest way to save time if I just cooked the ground beef and the chicken while I'm deveining. So that's what we're gonna do. The chicken can cook here and the ground beef can cook here. Perfect. A little bit of oil. Rinsed. I don't really know how the chicken is supposed to look. Is it strips? Is it cubed? I don't know. I've never made chop suey before. The smaller the size, the faster it cooks. So I'm just gonna cut it like that much. Here we go. That's cooking. Now, the ground beef. I don't rinse my ground beef, as you saw. Hard to rinse because little bits of it falls down the drain. Non-rinsed beef is just much more juicy as well. So I probably should add a little bit of onions here, a little bit of onions here. That way, at least everything is moving. Every dish is in process. Or I should have bought a shrimp that was already deveined. Yeah, I definitely will buy the already deveined shrimp next time, especially if it's time sensitive. Well, the last time I deveined a shrimp, honestly, it didn't take this long. Whew, finally done. Let me throw this away. Rinse these just again because it's kind of gross seeing that little orange blood spilling to my hands. Now, I'm just going to put these shrimp in a bowl. And we'd want to mix a few of that mixture into the shrimp and save the rest. Ready yourself with your last big pan for my seafood. Looky, looky, it's done. My rushed cake is finished. And that is flip. Ooh, the top is kind of a little burnt, but not yuckily. Like it's very mildly burnt, almost like just a cocoa. Maybe I'll cut the top off and put another layer of cake, like a second layer of cake on top. I'm just gonna put this in the fridge, and I'm gonna make a second layer of that cake. I grab that mixture of the shrimp. I'm gonna assemble it again with the blade over here, and I'm gonna add some chorizo. And we're just going to chop this up again. Let's go. And now start my seafood pot. Tiniest bit right there. Part of that mixture, and then just place that all in there. And you're gonna add. Whoops! I don't know how people do this. This is too hard. Oh my goodness, I'll just put you over here. 2 cups of water into this. Some broth cubes. We just one. And that is our lechon dinging. So our lechon is telling us it's done its 2nd hour. Now I stop it again, and then, like I said, you're gonna increase it 10 more degrees. So that's going to be 370, and again you're going to start that and do it 1 more hour. All right, now I'm just going to close that. I don't know why I'm holding it like that. I'm just going to close that and have it simmer. All right, now let's chop up our vegetables for our chop suey. A little bit of celery, some carrots for sure to add some color, bell peppers, some cabbage. maybe I should boil the spaghetti now while I'm chopping for another multitasking, dog-tailing. Lots of things cooking here, but this is about how much spaghetti I'm just gonna use. And do that. A little bit of salt. As for over here, this is just about ready, and we're just gonna add our clams. Add our king crab to the mix. Some corn. Just cut it in fours. A little bit of lemon juice. Some salt. Simmer for 12 minutes. Whew, okay, now that's done. I take the stem out so that it becomes like this. So I literally just cut the sides and the side so that this big chunk of stem is gone, because it's not yummy, honestly. So I throw that piece away. And then the two sides I roll up like this. And then that's how I cut my cabbage. So let's put this with our chicken. Spaghetti's all done. Now you want to boil some quail eggs for your chop suey. Just because I think they will look pretty being there. And then you cooked your shrimp. Now you flip it over. Alright, so lastly is our cake icing. So what we need is some powdered sugar, butter, and cream cheese. And of course your vanilla extract. So I'm just going to finish this whole bar of cream cheese in here. And about this much butter. I don't know how much that is. This is my cream cheese. You're gonna want to heat this up. So I've heated up my butter. I'm gonna put it in there. 4 cups of powdered sugar. Tricky because I'm only using one hand. Two teaspoons of vanilla extract. We blend. Ta-da! And then you're gonna put this on top of your cake. Ooh, so this is what my 2 cakes stacked up together would look like without the icing, but I do plan to put the icing in between them as well. Let's do it. This is probably the wrong spatula to use, but I forgot where my other spatulas are. Now I just have to find the best angle for this cake to show you guys. Okay, babe, my cake is done.
Ooh, looks like a homemade cake.
It looks like cookies and cream, but it isn't. It's okay, that's fine. This is like, I have like less than 30 minutes to make this cake, honestly. So this is as good as it's gonna get. You know what? Maybe we can put like chocolate carvings on it. If I can find some chocolate. Let's put some chocolate cravings on it because I'm gonna try.
So should I cut this one now?
Yeah. I mean, if I took a picture from the top, it would look good. Maybe I should go like this. Boop. Boop. It's time for him to cut my
I think I should wear
lechon.
gloves. Wow, it's falling off the bone.
Wow.
Tamis again ang crab meat, oh. Kabal.
I love the seafood.
Naminig, no?
Okay.
Ayan, pagkakuhan.
What do you think about the ribs, Dad? What do you think about the ribs?
All of the bone.
Wow.
Good. Very tender.
You
Better
gotta
than
pay.
Swiss chalet.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Go for Sidlo!
Kami rin nang-outer eh. Huwag nang kami.
Long life.
Nag-iwan si Palire, si John.
Bye-bye.
Blow na, Noy. Blow na. Hey. Hey, clap, clap.